Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Dawn and this is Dawn Does Keto. This channel is all about accountability, my accountability on the ketogenic diet. As you can tell, some things are a little bit different today. I'd like you to meet my husband, Mike.
How you doing?
We are doing something different today. We are going to unbox and review the May Keto Box. So it's just going to be part of my video. I'm still going to do my weekly weigh-in update at the end of the video, include all the things that I normally do, but we're also doing this unboxing. If you're interested in following my journey, I hope that you will like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell notification button so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. I'm going to start off this week and I'm going to go ahead and dive into my struggles and successes. This was a really good week for me. I actually stayed on plan all week. I had no off-plan meals at all, which is amazing. We did go out to eat twice this week. We played volleyball on Thursday night and we went out with our team afterwards. I stayed totally keto. We were originally going to go get Buffalo Wild Wings, which I was super excited about because I knew I could eat that and stay on plan. But when we got there was an hour wait and nobody wanted to wait that long. So we ended up at Panini's and I ended up just getting a burger with no bun. It had a fried egg on top. It had cheese. It had bacon and jalapenos. So just like all the toppings, and it was really good. And that's all I ate, and I drank water. Then last night we went out. We had a great evening out with friends. We went to a place called the Desert Inn. I can't remember what it was called. It was kind of like a Greek restaurant. Is that what you would call it?
I'm not sure if it was Greek or not. It didn't say anything in the description.
Yeah,
so
I think it might have been a Greek restaurant. But anyway, I had a small salad that just had a little bit of cheese and dressing on it. It comes already kind of pre-mixed, so I'm not really sure dressing-wise, but I only had a little tiny bit of that. I had a shrimp skewer kebab and a grilled chicken breast. That's all I ate. So totally keto and felt pretty good about that. Left the restaurant totally comfortable and happy with the decisions that I made this week. So real quick before we dive into the box, I'm just going to have him tell you a little bit about himself and how he's come to be on the ketogenic diet with me.
Thank you for that wonderful introduction. So, of course, yes, I am Dawn's husband. Originally, I had not intended on doing the keto diet at all. I've always been very active, very athletic, never really had a weight issue. But as I've approached 50, it became apparent that my weight was gaining. I was actually putting on weight. I was slowing down a little bit. I still didn't feel like I needed to go on any kind of diet or any kind of changed eating lifestyle. I watched Dawn go through this and I watched her begin her journey. In the process, I continued to eat what I wanted to eat, a lot of fast food, a lot of high carb food. As I watched her progress and as I heard the stories and I listened to her talk about the nutritional values and how she felt better, she was looking better, I realized that I wasn't being much of a support system in this process for her. It also sounded good to me that she was feeling better and looking better, and just all around it was just a positive experience. So I chose to go ahead and decide and try and do it. And by being a picky eater, I thought for sure I was not going to be able to stay on a good path and I wasn't going to be able to necessarily eat healthy. But that turned out not to be true. As I continued to modify what I was eating, remove the carbs, remove all the sugars, she started explaining to me about the oils and all the other non-essential things that we're putting into our bodies on a daily basis.
And he was listening to me, which made me very happy.
Right. Well, I mean, I had no choice. If I was going to do it, I had to do it the right way. I noticed pretty quickly a significant change in the way I felt. So then I just began trying new things, which I'm not a fan of doing because I'm very much stuck in my routine. But I learned to eat some new foods, and as she would make new foods and try them and then give them to me to try, I realized that it wasn't really as difficult as I thought it would be. My tastes had changed over the years, and so it allowed me that opportunity to go ahead and try new foods. So I began it a few months after her, and as I said,
What month did you start? I started in October of 2020.
Yeah, I believe it was around February of 2021.
Okay.
I didn't have the weight loss numbers. I mean, again, you have kind of an idea of what you want to do and where you want to be weight loss wise. I didn't have as much to lose as maybe she did.
I needed to lose approximately 80 pounds and he only needed to lose maybe a maximum of 30.
Yeah, it's unique to each person, so you have to kind of look at that and see what you want to do. I started eating healthier and started eating, doing the intermittent fasting. I mean, I did the whole thing. I followed her lead from start to finish, and
it was like the blind leading the blind, because I was still learning during this whole process also, and listening to podcasts, following the doctors, really learning it myself. So you just learn as you go.
Right, but she did all the research, she did all the hard work, right? All I did was eat properly, basically. The weight came off very quickly. The inches came off quickly. My clothes were fitting much looser. Two significant changes for me that made it really, really worthwhile. I mean, it's worthwhile just to be healthy, but inflammation, joint pain. I have a partially torn rotator cuff. The reduction in inflammation made my shoulder, my rotator cuff, made that pain reduce so much that I actually gained range of motion back in my arm, which is amazing. And I've had this for almost 20 years and never had surgery. I'm back to almost a full range of motion without any discomfort or pain. So that was the first thing. Second thing, we didn't even realize at the time, I was having difficulty at night breathing. Dawn had documented that several times, just recording me, snoring,
on my phone. I'm like, listen to this.
Gasping for air, right? All kinds of things.
And he'd been tested for sleep apnea, and he did not have sleep apnea. But if you heard him breathe, there's no way he was getting a good night's sleep.
Right. After going on the keto diet, or the keto lifestyle change, as I like to call it, that all but disappeared.
Yeah, he doesn't snore
I don't
at all.
snore. I breathe much better, much easier. My nasal passages aren't as inflamed. It's amazing. Remove stress from that equation, I sleep much better and I get much more quality sleep. For me, those two things were huge. My journey is different than Dawn's. I have reached a weight that I am now comfortable with, that feels good. Now I'm in more of a maintenance phase, if you will. But the change has been nothing but positive for me, and watching her struggles and watching her successes, and now being a part of her channel, helping to encourage others. If you're a female and you're watching this video and you have a husband who's maybe not on board or doesn't necessarily support it or doesn't want to even get involved in it, I can assure you it's worth looking into, because you will feel, especially as you get older, you will feel so much better.
And I forgot to mention another success that I had this week that I was super proud of. My daughter is a leader in a youth group at the church, and they had an event last Sunday, and they had bought 2 devil's food chocolate cakes with chocolate icing for the gathering for the students. They ended up not having as many people there as they thought, so she brought 2 of those cakes home, and they've been in my house all week long, and I haven't touched them. Not even a lick of icing. Nothing. So I was pretty proud of myself this week.
Now they're gone. Those cakes
are gone now?
Those cakes are completely gone. They're no longer here. And I'm not going to lie. I helped eliminate those cakes. The idea of a lifestyle change when it comes to your eating habits, Dawn has touched on this, I'm sure, many times, about you have to be disciplined, but you also have to be able and be willing to enjoy something that might not be what you consider clean.
Well, especially because you're in maintenance mode, so you can actually do that a little bit more than I can at this point, because I'm, I was kind of at maintenance mode, but then I just let myself go and I've gained weight back. So now I'm back in weight loss mode. I have to be a little bit more strict, I think, probably than you do.
But for me, I don't have to be. And
but you don't want to do that all the time, because then you're going to start feeling bad.
And I notice a difference too. If you eat clean and then you have an off day or an off meal, by the end of the day, you'll notice it. I can tell you right now, for me, if I drink an excessive amount of pop, I notice a huge difference. For me, I get muscle cramps. I feel miserable. It's real. The impact that all of these artificial sweeteners, all of these other man-made processed ingredients that we're consuming, I mean, it does make a huge difference. So.
Speaking of man-made and processed ingredients, let's jump into the Keto Box. There's a card inside that tells you different discount codes for products that are contained in the box. If you decide you really like something and you want to order it, you can go online. It gives you a website, and it gives you a discount code. So for example, obviously there are high key cookies in this box, which we already know we love, and it has the website, and it has a 15% off code. So if we decided we wanted to go online and order some, we would use that discount. So that card is in there, and then there's a refer a friend and a chance to win a free box. For anybody that has one, you would take a picture and post it, and you have a chance to win.
When we do this, we've done this in the past, even if it doesn't look like something that we might necessarily eat on a regular basis, we do still try to
I don't know
if
any of you were on board last month. Salmon skins, crispy salmon skins.
They were fried salmon skins. maybe baked, but they were salmon skins. They're a lot like pork rinds, only with fish skin. And
literally the worst thing ever. So when we do this, we always like to kind of do like the savory snacks first and then end on a sweet note. So that's kind of where I'm going with this.
And I just follow her. She picks the item and then we
he just tries it. Yeah. So first off, we have a brown rice hearts of palm. And it looks like this. We won't try this because obviously we're just now opening this, and anything that has to be made or mixed or put together, we haven't done that yet. Ingredients, it just says hearts of palm. So we'll be interested to try that. We really have gotten away completely from rice, and it's not something I would say I really miss. I mean, if we found something that was good, but nothing's really going to be like rice. So you're always going to be like comparing. But I do eat cauliflower rice on a regular basis, but I don't eat it plain. I usually mix like cream cheese or something else in it. So, you know, it's fully cooked. It looks like it's pretty simple to make, so we may have to give that a try.
And when we do, then we'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah. If it's really good, I will be letting you guys know. So the second thing we have here is fat snacks, and they're almond flour crackers, and they're just sea salt. So I'll hold those up for you. Crumbs going everywhere, salt going everywhere. All right. It kind of looks like a wheat thin.
Yeah.
Do you know what a wheat? Did you ever
eat
eat those? I didn't know if you ever ate them, but that's what it looks like. Softer.
Yeah, they're not as crunchy.
It's not crunchy.
Definitely not as crunchy. Let me put my eyes on. I mentioned to you I was getting
I have my glasses on today too, just because we knew we were going to be reading labels, and both of us are blind. So
now, generally, I can look at a label and I can pick out most of the items that are good for you, but not all. So that's when I have to resort back to Dawn and let her kind of filter out anything that might be bad.
And again, I'm not perfect by any means, but
based on what I see here, I don't see anything that jumps out at me as being terrible. But
it looks great.
But flavor-wise, I mean,
they're
kind
okay.
of bland. They're not real. I mean, there's not a lot of. It would be something that I would snack on if it was available. I don't know that I would intentionally purchase that item for myself.
Yeah, so the ingredients are just almond flour, egg white, butter, coconut flour, cream cheese, bean gum, flax seeds, aluminum-free baking powder, water, xanthan gum, sea salt, black pepper, garlic, rosemary, and onion. So, yeah, I mean, super clean ingredients.
Yep.
No sugar or anything.
I mean, you get most of the flavor from the salt.
Yeah. And there's 6 total carbs, 3 dietary fibers. So you're looking at 3 net carbs per serving, which is about 17 crackers, which is kind of
normal.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent amount. So they're pretty good. Really, it doesn't look like there is a lot of savory. We have the Think Jerky. It's a beef stick. We really like Chomp's beef sticks, and I also order sometimes through our Thrive Market has a beef stick, and they're really clean. It's just basically beef, water, and salt. So we kind of just stick with those. We don't vary too much and go out and try anything else.
Really,
but this
really
is a grass-fed beef stick. Unless it's something flavored, I just kind of feel like a beef stick is a beef stick kind of thing. Ingredients is grass-fed beef, sea salt, encapsulated lactic acid, spices, cultured celery powder, granulated garlic, granulated onion. So just seasonings. It's clean, 1 gram of carb. So like I said, I don't think that beef sticks vary too much when you try them. It's like, oh, that one's so much better than the other one.
They're pretty much the same.
So if you find one you like and it suits you, then we're eating after each other. That's okay. I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a beef stick. We like beef sticks, so, but
we eat a lot of them.
Yeah, but to me, it just tastes like any other.
All the others.
Yeah, all the other beef sticks. All right, so we'll kind of stay with this salty. These are pistachios. Do we really need to try them?
I like pistachios, so yes.
So yes, okay. I'll open them just so you can have some.
I eat pistachios all the time. It's my favorite nut.
It's probably not the most keto-friendly nut that there is out there. There are other ones that are low carb, but again, because he's maintenance and he really likes pistachios, it still makes a good.
And it's much better than the alternative, which would be some kind of sweet, chocolatey something, right?
Right. So.
Now these are shelled. I buy them unshelled so that I don't have to deal with that mess. But
it would slow you down a little bit.
It would slow me down, but Pistachios are amazing. So.
But he'll be eating these. I like pistachios too, but they're not my favorite nut, but I do enjoy them. Okay, the next thing we have is Ultima. These are electrolytes, which I occasionally use. Ultima, it's not my favorite. I use Element, and I do Zip Fizz also. I like Zip Fizz. I know that there are a couple carbs in Zip Fizz, but I just love the way that they taste and the energy that they give me, so I usually do about one of those a day. I've been using these Ultimas. I have some of the blue raspberry ones. I just got them at Walmart. So that's one nice thing about these is you don't have to order them. They're available at the store.
It says assorted flavors, so you'd have to open it to see.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay, so there's multiple flavors.
And I didn't even have
in
my
here.
glasses.
Well, let's open it. Ultima doesn't quite have as much sodium that like the Element. The Element provides you with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, so it's one of the reasons I like that one, especially if I'm fasting. So we have a raspberry, lemonade, watermelon, grape, cherry pomegranate, and orange.
Orange would be my favorite.
Yeah, he likes anything orange, and he also likes grape. I'm not a big fan of grape. It just tastes like medicine to me. Dimetap just takes you back to being a kid again. So we'll definitely be trying these. Obviously, we're not trying them on camera, but I do like Ultima on occasion. We got a couple bars. So we have this bar. This is fat ketogenic nut bar, raspberry and almond. So if it says ketogenic on it, sometimes that's sketch.
Misleading, yeah.
Yes.
Very misleading. The word keto gets thrown around a lot, kind of like Kleenex. It's generic for facial tissue. Well, keto is kind of almost generic now for health food,
yeah.
But it's not all good for you.
Yeah. So the ingredients in this is almonds, chicory extract, almond oil, inulin, dried raspberry, natural flavors. Wow. That's all that's in it, really. It's actually not bad. It has 13 total carbs. It's a little bar, so 13 carbs is a lot, but 11 grams of that is fiber. So that's a lot of fiber. But it's not a very big bar.
If you ate much more, a bigger bar than that with that kind of fiber intake, might be problematic.
Yeah, could be. Oh my gosh, it's super sticky. It's like shiny. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but it's like... Yeah. It's just
and I'm not a fan of fruity anything bars, but we'll see how it goes.
Smaller one then.
Just a hint of the raspberry.
It's actually pretty good. It's just definitely like a chewy, sticky, almost like taffy.
Yeah, it's almost like taffy, but it's got a crunch to it because of the almonds.
Because of the nuts in there. I kind of like the texture of it.
It's a lot better than I anticipated. So. Again, I probably would not, for myself, buy
it. We're going to stay with bars. This is Buff Bake, a fuel bar, and MCT. Vanilla almond is the flavor. So that's kind of what it looks like. Ingredients is nuts, prebiotic fiber syrup, pea protein crisps, natural flavors, glycerin, MCT powder, sea salt, monk fruit extract. There's 17 total carbs for this bar. It is a little bit bigger than the other one was, but it has 13 grams of fiber in it, so that's a lot of fiber.
So the raspberry almond bar was 1.06 ounces
size-wise.
And this bar, 1.7. So it's very similar.
Yeah, it's kind of, it just looks bigger, I guess. This is like a
clay.
Yeah, it is like clay. I don't like this one as much. It tastes like
clay.
It tastes like diet food, like a diet bar. That's what.
If you were a kid and you remember an art class as a kid, now of course you have to be closer in age to Dawn and I, but they would take clay in art class, and you could smell it. It has that same texture, almost that same aroma. Now I never ate the clay.
I definitely.
But this is what I would imagine it would taste like.
I like the fat bar better than the Buff Bake.
It's not terrible though.
No, it's not awful. It just doesn't have a lot of flavor. So anyway, our camera shut off, so we're not exactly sure where that stopped at, but we were talking about this Buff Bake bar. It just reminds me of, I've told you guys before, I'm a lifetime dieter. I've been dieting my whole adult life. I mean, I started young. I started probably in high school, maybe even before. I had like all the different bars, like Slim Fast bars and stuff, and it kind of just has that taste to me as like a diet bar. Yeah, so there's that. Okay, this box is bar heavy.
Bar number 3.
Bar number 3, this is Monk Pack Keto Granola Bar. That's what it looks like. Do a quick little glance at the ingredients just to see if anything. There's a lot of ingredients, but let's see. almonds, there's allulose, almond butter, coconut, sunflower seeds, soluble tapioca fiber, which I'm kind of on, flax seeds, vegetable glycerin, palm kernel oil, natural flavor, sea salt, alkalized cocoa powder, unsweetened chocolate, cocoa butter, mixed tropherols. I never can say that right. Topherols, however you say it.
Yeah, I can't even see it.
It's just to keep it fresh. Sunflower lecithin, monk fruit extract. There's 12 total carbs in here, only 4 grams of fiber, so they're not playing like the fiber game where it's, you know, all fibers.
It's a little higher in carb than we would probably generally like.
Yeah, it's total carbs, yeah.
And it looks a lot like bars that we've eaten in the past.
It's called almond butter chocolate chip, and it literally looks like, who makes the granola bars?
I don't remember who makes them, but it looks exactly, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks exactly like a regular granola bar. I don't know if it's Nature Valley or something like that makes like a...
And it has a very similar taste and texture.
It has the same texture.
Not quite as sweet as an unhealthier version of this, but
yeah, I don't think it has much of a taste to it. To me, it's not very flavorful.
With the total net carb content, I probably wouldn't eat this anyway, even if it did taste good. And not that it tastes bad.
It's just not something I would buy.
Yeah.
Snack House Keto Cereal, Fruity Rubbles. So what are you thinking that this might taste like? This is what it looks like. Like Fruit Loops, maybe?
No.
No?
Look at the package. Fruity Rubbles, Yabba Dabba Delicious.
So you think it's supposed to taste like...
This is geared like Fruity Pebbles. I want to make a comment here about cereal when it comes to keto cereal. We've tried other keto cereals and they're awful. Okay, that's my opinion. You got to remember when you eat a cereal, you're thinking Fruity Pebbles. We all know what Fruity Pebbles taste like. They're amazing, right? And this is not that. So it's not going to taste...
Don't say that yet.
Being realistic. They look like tricks. It is crunchy.
Mm-hmm. The texture's good. I don't think the flavor's bad.
Flavor's not terrible. Better than the other stuff we tried.
Milk protein, palm kernel oil, cocoa solids, allulose, sugar. That's why. So yeah, there's sugar in here.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's 3 grams of sugar, 3 grams of added sugar to this. So just on that alone, I just wouldn't buy these. Not that they taste bad or anything, but I'm just not gonna buy something that does have sugar in it.
And also, I mean, let's face it, the whole point is to try to get yourself off of the sugar kick and wean yourself from that. So for them to make something and claim it's keto and then add sugar to it, to me just seems counterproductive.
We have Legendary Foods, and it's a strawberry tasty pastry. So it's a Pop-Tart. It's got a protein blend, erythritol, polydextrose, high oleic sunflower oil, water, glycerin, dried strawberry, strawberry extract, vanilla extract, cellulose, sea salt, natural flavors, palm oil, sunflower lecithin, baking soda, citric acid, xanthan gum, modified cellulose, malic acid, sucralose, yellow number 5, blue number 1, yellow 6, guar gum, and sodium alginate. So, I mean, not the cleanest ingredients, a lot of ingredients in here, and I would say that
there's a lot of better choices out there.
1 pastry is a serving, and it has 24 total carbs in it. If you ate one of these, you literally wouldn't be able to eat anything else for the rest of the day. Like that, you'd be over on total carbs already on one of these. So that would definitely have to be a treat. Again, without even trying it, I'm gonna say I would never buy these. There's 7 grams of fiber and 12 grams of erythritol, 5 net carbs. We'll taste them for you and let you know what we think.
We'll find out if it would even be worth it. It may not even be worth it.
So there's only 1 in here, and it looks like frosted. This. It's frosted. It's not as big as a Pop-Tart, but it almost looks like it's a little thicker.
Yeah, strawberry fan, but
I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting.
Yeah. If I were to go into the store and buy Pop-Tarts themselves, the actual Pop-Tart, I would never buy strawberry anyway because I'm not a fan. I like chocolate. And so to try and give me what I consider to be a half-baked attempt at a healthier version, it would have to be amazing, and this is not amazing. So
yeah, I'm trying to figure out what this tastes like.
I would have to pass on this all the way around the board. I'm not even going to take another bite.
Yeah, to finish it. I've seen a lot of reviews on these, and people really like them, but this is the first time we've tried them. I've never had them before, and this is the first time, and I'm just not really that impressed with it. It's something I could definitely pass over with,
easily.
No problem. Now these, on the other hand, High Q cookies, These are some of our favorite cookies.
Right.
We do not usually buy the high key ones because they're a little bit pricey for us. We go to Aldi, and Aldi has like their version of the chocolate chip and the snickerdoodles. You get a bigger bag, so a regular high key bag is 2 ounces, 2.25 ounces. The Aldi brand has 3 ounces in it, and it's actually $1 less per bag. And I think they taste just as good.
They're phenomenal.
They're crunchy, just like the high key ones, and we like the flavors. And we don't even buy those all the time.
No,
It's been a while. We already know we like
But
these,
as a snack, they're great. So we know the high keys are good.
This is double chocolate brownie.
So we're gonna eat the whole bag right now. So just please turn the other way. Look
Stay
the other way.
tuned.
Yeah. Shipping.
They're just good. I mean, you just eat it and it's like delicious. Almond flour, erythritol, butter, cocoa powder, whey protein concentrate, coconut oil, almond butter, egg white powder, psyllium husk, natural flavors, baking soda, salt, monk fruit extract, and stevia extract. 2.5 servings. I think this is a different size because I think the normal one only has 2 servings in it.
Yeah, it might be. This might be just
So I feel
specifically
like,
geared for the box.
Yeah. But 2.5 servings, who's gonna eat a half a serving? That's crazy.
Right.
If you ate a serving of this, which is 6 pieces, there's 10 grams of carbs, 3 grams of dietary fiber, and 6 grams of erythritol. So that makes them 1 net carb for 6 cookies. So.
And they are good.
They are.
This is the first time I think we've had the double chocolate.
No, I think I have.
Really? I don't remember having them. But it is a good product, and it's...
I like all the flavors. He's not a fan of the peanut butter ones. I like them, but we tend to just do the snickerdoodle and the chocolate chip. Okay, I'm gonna do one more.
No, I'm good.
Hence the reason he weighs less than me. He can turn it off. I can just keep going and going and going. So guys, that's everything in the box. What'd you think about it overall?
Well, I mean, this one had a lot more snack type stuff. I mean, when I say snacks, I'm talking sweets. There's a lot of cookies in here.
I mean, they're all
bars.
snacks, really, if you think about it.
Right. I mean, it's a good box overall. I think there's some good products in here.
High Key's always at the top of my list. I would always recommend those. Like one of my favorite things in here. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I mean, obviously the beef stick.
Hand me the beef stick.
You can't go wrong with that. The electrolytes I will use, so that's awesome. Mike will eat the pistachios, so that's great. And the one bar that I was really pleased with was this. I was actually surprised by this. So I would say this was the surprise of the box for me because I didn't really think I'd like it that much. And out of the 3 bars, this is the one I liked the flavor of.
I think it was pretty good too. And I'm not big on the fruity bars, but that was, it was just a hint. Good. It wasn't overpowering.
Right. And these crackers aren't bad. They're just, there's not a whole lot to them, and I wouldn't like go searching for them.
Right.
And a couple things we wouldn't buy. I definitely wouldn't do the pastries, and I wouldn't do the keto cereal. We're gonna call this segment going forward, Break Down the Box. Once a month when this box comes in, Mike will join me.
Hopefully I'll join you for other segments. Maybe you can, incorporate my story in. Oh.
We already did that.
Oh, never mind.
So we'll break down the box for you every month when that box comes in. Hey guys, this is Future Editing Dawn. Completely forgot to ask if you guys had tried any of the items in this box. Taste is completely subjective, and there could be things in here that you've tried. You liked them even though Mike and I didn't. So let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that was in this box, whether it's because you get the box or just tried them separately, that you really enjoy or something that you really don't like. Do you get the keto box or the keto crate? I know they're very similar. Just let me know. So real quick before we end the video, I wanted to give you guys an update on my weigh-in this week. I got on the scale this morning. Now keep in mind I usually weigh in on Monday, so I'm 1 day shy. Today is Sunday, but it's the only day that Mike and I could film a video together. We went ahead and did on Sunday, so it's been 6 days since my last weigh-in instead of 7, but I weighed in today at 183 pounds on the nose. Since last week, that is a loss of 1.4 pounds.
Fantastic.
Since I've started this channel, I'm down 5.6 pounds. So again, thank you guys, because there are many times where I would have definitely gone off plan if I did not have to be accountable to you, and knowing that I was going to record a video, I'd have been like, oh, I could have this one little thing, and I didn't because I knew that I had to weigh in and that I had to give you guys an update. So that has definitely helped me. Thank you guys for joining us. Sorry if this video was a little bit longer. We had a few things we wanted to incorporate into here. I hope you still liked it. As I said at the beginning of the video, give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you next week. Thanks. Bye. Dun, da, dun.